Hello and welcome to another mildly interesting facts video. The people who made RuneScape were seemingly very inspired by the movie Monty Python and the Holy Grail because of the amount of references to the movie in-game. I have about 30 of these in-game references on my list, so I'll have to split this video up into two parts. If for some reason you don't know what Monty Python is, it's a silly medieval movie made in 1975, but the humor is really ahead of its time. I actually recently watched it for kind of the first time. I mean, I'd seen some of it with my friends years before, but on my birthday, Mudkip and I decided to watch it, and he's also never seen it before. I'll admit I was a little drunk and high for half of the movie, but I thought it was hilarious. While we were watching the movie, we actually realized there were a lot of very obvious references to this movie in RuneScape, like the Black Knight Titan and the Priff Rabbit boss. So I did some research and realized there are actually a ton of Monty Python references in RuneScape, and I can make a whole video or two about this. So here are 15 references to Monty Python in Old School Runescape. The first reference on my list, in no particular order, is dialogue with the Bridge Master in the Myth Guild dungeon. The majority of the dialogue is a reference to the Bridge Keeper in Monty Python.
Stop! What is your name?
It is Arthur, King of the Britons.
Each answer for what is your name gives different dialogue, so here is each option.
What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?
What do you mean? An African or European swallow?
Huh? I don't know that.
This is just too real. The guards in Nadesnot and Yatazo who shout insults at each other make some references.
Your mother was a hamster, and your father smelt of elderberries.
The dancing knights in the Falador party room is a reference to this scene.
We're knights of the round table, we dance where we're able. We do routines and chorus scenes, the footwork impeccable.
And if you talk to Party Pete and ask how long he's been in Falador, he says the Knights of Camelot got it into their heads that the party room knights were making fun of them, which is also a reference. King Arthur's examen text reads, "Legendary King of the Britons," which is how King Arthur in the film always refers to himself. The Lumberjack clothing examen text says, "You'll certainly be alright wearing this." This is a reference specifically to the Lumberjack Song in the Monty Python show, which came out before the Holy Grail movie.
I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. I sleep all night and I work all day.
He's a lumberjack and he's okay.
In a PvP arena world, there is an NPC called Zawa. Most of his dialogue is him being confident he was so close to winning his last battle, but one of his lines is, "It's just a flesh wound."
Just a flesh wound.
The Prithnaos rabbit is the rabbit of Kerbanog.
There he is.
Not only is it a seemingly innocent little white bunny covered in blood with 2,000 hit points and high stats, It also drops a cool grail. Watching this scene in the movie, Mudkip and I were instantly like, holy crap, this is the Privnanos rabbit. It's so funny knowing something from RuneScape and then realizing it's a reference to something else. And in the 2018 Easter event, there was actually a rabbit NPC named Kerbanog who looked the exact same as the Priv rabbit and had 666 combat. The demon you construct in your POH dungeon also has an examine text referencing this rabbit.
He's got huge, sharp. He can leap about. Look at the bones!
The Keep Le Fay raspberry emote clue step is a reference to the French taunters. You're basically cosplaying them in this clue step.
You must cut down the mightiest tree in the forest with a herring!
You can use a raw or cooked herring on almost any tree in RuneScape to get the message, this is not the mightiest tree in the forest. If used on a redwood tree in the farming guild, it says, this is not the mightiest tree in the forest. It is fairly mighty though. When used on the grand tree, it says, it can't be done. And when used on the blisterwood tree, it has a similar message as the redwood. The Black Knight Titan in the Holy Grail quest is based off of the Black Knight in Monty Python. The Farseer helm looks like Tim the Enchanter's helmet. During the quest Royal Trouble, the dialogue with the guard to the dungeon entrance is a reference to the movie. I can't find a transcript of his dialogue, but it gives a little summary on the wiki.
I order you to be quiet.
Order, who does he think he is?
I'm your king.
Well, I didn't vote for you.
If you try to enter the mostly harmless cave without a witchwood icon, after some dialogue you can select the option, yes, I am not afraid to be killed in nasty ways to enter the cave.
He was not at all afraid to be killed in nasty ways.
Last reference for this video, the Holy Hand Egg is probably a reference to the Holy Hand Grenade.
We have the Holy Hand Grenade.
Yes, of course. The Holy Hand Grenade of Antioch.
That's all for this video. I have plenty of more Monty Python references, so look out for a part 2 if you liked this one. I hope this video was entertaining, or maybe you learned a really fun fact to randomly bring up at parties. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next video. Goodbye, friends.